And we also have Rajiv Puri, Democrat from Michigan State, a representative joining us. We also have Anand Ahuja, co-founder of the Indian Americans for Trump, joining us this morning. A very good evening to you. Take us through the highlights when it comes to the debate. Of course, the Democrats and the Republicans are both claiming victory. Kamala Harris's team is claiming victory, while Donald Trump has gone on to say this was the best debate of his life. Rajiv Puri, over to you.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. As India is waking up, we are just feeling great about the debate performance from the vice president tonight. I think it was a surgical performance. It truly felt like a former prosecutor squaring off against a defendant. Such a brilliant performance that Taylor Swift, of all people, came out with the endorsement right after the debate. But the debate really played out the way we knew it would. We knew that the vice president would come in sound, with poise, with confidence, and with articulating a clear plan. We know that the former president and Donald Trump would be all over the place. He was clearly rattled tonight. He took the bait from the vice president. He was incoherent. He started talking about people eating other people's pets. He didn't really answer any questions and was able to dodge a lot of the tough questions that was faced, as opposed to the vice president tackling the toughest issues, whether it's immigration, reproductive rights, inflation. She took all those questions head on. It was a brilliant debate performance, which I think all Democrats and independents and even some Republicans are saying that went way better than they could have imagined.
Right. Of course, Anand Ahuja, Kamala Harris got off that debate saying that she's ready for another one, and one wasn't expecting there to be another debate before the start of the elections, which takes place in November this year.
Yes, but before I make comment on that, I really, Rajiv Puri's statements make me laugh when he says that she came out and she responded to all the questions. The fact is, the very first question asked to her was, are we better off today than we were 4 years ago from economic point of view? Her response was, I was raised in a middle class family. I was raised there. I was raised there. She didn't respond whether we are better off today or we are not better off today. What is the economy today? What was the economy 4 years back? He mentioned that she came out as a prosecutor, but what about as a defense? When questions are asked to her, she absolutely could not defend her record. When question is asked to her about her immigration, she started attacking Donald Trump. Instead of responding to what she did in last 3.5 years, she started blaming Donald Trump for that. For economy, she started blaming Donald Trump. That Donald Trump left with the worst kind of unemployment, whereas the fact is, masses they know, people they know, whether they are better off 4 years ago when Trump was president or they are better off today. What the gas prices are today, what the gas prices were when Donald Trump was president. What are the grocery prices today, what are the grocery prices they were when Donald Trump was president. So making loud claims and telling lies all the time, it's not going to help anybody. Kamala Harris basically could not defend her record. She could not respond to any of the questions that was asked to her directed. She was asked a question about abortion, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. Is she going to allow abortion in that month or not? She could not say yes or no. No, I am not going to allow abortion in 8th or 9th month of the pregnancy. So this is her record.
Well, Rajiv, we will have, Rajiv Puri just respond to, as far as the war in Ukraine is concerned. Of course, Donald Trump there saying that he knows both Zelensky as well as Putin really well, and that if it was for him, the war wouldn't have happened, to which Kamala Harris has responded by saying that Putin is a dictator. He would eat him for lunch.
Yeah, I think that's very much true. Listen, I think the fact of the matter here is that Kamala Harris right now is our vice president. But let's not forget that Donald Trump was our president for 4 years. Within those 4 years, he left our country with the worst economy since the Great Depression. He's left the world at a stage in which the United States has become a mockery, and many people don't have the same respect for the United States as they did prior to Donald Trump taking that presidency. And so it is incumbent upon a Harris-Walz ticket to restore the decency of the United States, the respect of the United States around the world, and to tackle tough issues. And some of that will be the foreign policy and handling the issues with Putin and Zelensky and putting an end to that war. I think it's in everyone's best interest for that war to end. I think how it ends is the crucial detail there. And as the vice president articulated, and so I kind of combat Mr. Ahuja's points that she didn't talk in detail. She explained very well that, of course, Donald Trump can end the war, as he mentioned, in Russia and Ukraine, but he's going to do it by selling the farm. He's going to do it by conceding all points to one of his buddies in Vladimir Putin and putting America and selling America's backyard in his own personal interest. And so I think details are very important. And I think in listening to the answers and the words are very important. And it's also about what's not said. You know, when you look at the performance, as we kind of evaluate what just transpired for the last 90 minutes, during the entire time, the vice president was completely poised, had confidence, was smiling, was talking to the audience, was talking to the moderators, was talking to the American people. And you contrast that with just the anger of Donald Trump when the vice president brought up his rallies and the fact that, you know, he's lost a step since 2016. If it was fair to criticize President Biden's age and his mental acuity, why is it not fair to criticize the fact that it is now 2024? It has been 8 years since we've seen the first of Donald Trump, and he has clearly lost a step. He's looking old. He's looking weak. And the fact is, he's just not staying on message. And he took the bait that the vice president laid out. He got rattled, he got angry, and he wasn't able to articulate any real answers to the questions tonight.
Anand Ahuja, a quick response to that.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that when Donald Trump was there, USA was strong. USA was in a commanding position. There was no Ukraine war. Russia was contained. There was Abraham Accord. There was a peace in the Middle East. Iran was contained. During Biden time, Iran has gone out of control. Russia has gone out of control. There is a Hamas war going on, which Biden administration, it's more than 10 months now, the Biden administration could not bring peace in the Middle East. It is being escalating from one nation to another nation. It started with Hamas. Now we are having problem at the Jordan border, Israel-Jordan border. We have problem in Afghanistan. We came out of Afghanistan leaving billions of dollars of our equipments there, our arms there. What a shameful exit from Afghanistan Biden administration did. And that is the result that Russia went into Ukraine when we showed our weakness in Afghanistan. We were literally kicked out of Afghanistan. We are forced to leave everything in Afghanistan. That is the state of affair with respect to the foreign relations during Biden's administration. Economy, we all know what's going on right now during Biden economy has totally failed. And if that is the economy Kamala Harris is going to bring for another 4 years, then I do not know where middle class in this country will go.
Right. Thank you so much, Anand Ahuja and Ranjiv Puri, for joining us on the broadcast this morning here.